You're not getting on my way. You're not getting there. You still on me, stay. Never like my way.
Guys, hello! Hello, my loves. Welcome to Angie Blog. Sorry, I'm just like finished cleaning and I'm scratching all the things that I accomplished in one day today. So, laundry, thank you to people helping me as I'm having some issues with that in the building, but it's okay, it's solved. Shower. Drink water. Who showered today? Drink water. There's a lot of people who are like at spirits, like they are just sitting down and depressed and stuff like that and sad. Like spirits like, yo, stagnation, you gotta move, okay? We gotta move. There's movement that needs to be done. We can't just and expect things to get better if we're not doing stuff, Like the spirit's like literally like, okay, now you got all your stuff, your priorities and your cup and all these things done, okay. Eat, meditate, I pray, say my thank yous, I've been writing that right now. Coffee. It's been an interesting day. That too. Did my nails, give extra tips to the person, give her compliments, make her feel good, like the people who are giving services for you, okay? Give extra, especially during the time, if you can. If you cannot, then, but that's something like I save for those nails, so, and every paycheck, like I'm like, oh no, I need to save, and saving a little tip more for the person. That's another thing. Who of you have somebody who does your laundry, cleans your house? Who does all these things for you? Who gets groceries for you? There's a lot of things that we don't talk about that, sorry, that's St. John, I can't fucking tell. I'll put it in the description below. I love this song. Any of his album though, it's just amazing. Also, today I've received new cards. Thank you for the person who sent it to me. This is the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. They're so cute. Like I'm trying to take it because some of them are like stuck together. But anyways, just just a question. Like a lot of people like to judge and stuff like that, and like, oh, people are not consistent, and you're not this and that, but you know what I'm saying? Like there's all the extra work that we don't talk about, that we are just like, oh, we're not talking about that stuff, because we do have other people, especially other people of color, that do this stuff. I'm gonna leave it there. Some of us will say, oh, we're working too much, we have a lot of things, we don't have time for a lot of these things, right? But we complain also when, a lot of people don't have those same privileges and opportunities that you have. And we complain to those people because, for example, maybe they were doing some of that stuff and didn't arrive like 2 minutes late to work and stuff like that. Well, you have somebody who does your breakfast, who does your cleaning at home, and you have a car and you get to get on time at work. I know, silence, right? This is something that I want a lot of people of you to think about when you judge other people. Stop judging other people and pointing at things and looking at things that they're wrong when they're not, okay? Also, there's a lot of things that I wanted to put out there that we're taking way too many things too personally, and also at the same time we're not learning from our lessons. Like that shit that is going around, that we're just posting and doing activism and stuff like that just for social media and get more followers, it needs to stop. Because when you do stuff like that, you can cause more harm than good. And nobody wants to talk about it. I have to be the black sheep in the community. Okay, I'll be the black sheep. I talk about that in my articles. You can look at it in the links below. I published 2 articles last night. No, this morning. I was saying, yeah, it took me like a whole day, whole night, but I was like, you know what? It needs to be said. There's a lot of things that I need to put out there, and it needs to be said. Another thing that I wanted to also talk about. I feel this really good, loving energy, great energy from these cards. So this is so awesome. Thank you. Romance. Oh wow. Been getting. I guess that's it. Like I'll be like the matchmaker on anti-plug. Or the climate change activist and talking about injustices and stuff. Like, yeah, love. Just love, man. That's it. Like, when you do things with love, there's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you build, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to build that heaven kind of style. Like, your vacation, you build it, like, on that day. You build your own heaven in your own way. And stop rejecting and doing things harmful and hateful to other people that didn't do anything to you. Focus on you and your healing, on your own stuff, but also contribute and help other people. Like, that's another thing where I'm like, okay, wait a second. So that we have also now the people that are getting help, they're getting all this tip, and now they're being ungrateful. Oh. Okay, there you go. So we are in the full moon in Aries, for sure. I'm going to put this in there. This is going to be a card reading for that. And maybe many others. I have so many that I want to, that Spirit's like, you got to work on this one. Okay, these ones are super cute. Thank you. They're super cute. Anyways. Write your thank yous. Write your thank yous. Be abundant. Do your chores. Do your things that you need to do at home. Especially, like, you know, if you're a person that has many jobs and if you have kids and stuff like that, like, you gotta have a good, healthy routine for yourself, or you know, build a good self-discipline so that it can keep you balanced within internally and also with your external, like your environment. Like today it feels so good, like something was lifting, like, you know, I clean everything, sage everything, you know, like got some dollar store candles, like, you know, give some love and nurture to my beautiful baby Jasmine right here, orchid. I got a new orchid. It was literally like 10 bucks in a pharmacy store, and she was just like, take me. I'm like, oh yes, I will take you. Yes. Anyways, Moon in Aries, full Moon in Aries. Woo! The energy is fire, leadership, communication. We're on point. We worked on that communication 2 weeks ago, and we are now like, okay, we're coming out of the hermit mode, right? So there's some shift, there's some movement gonna start happening. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to leave my hair down and stuff, but I'm like, oh my god, I'm just gonna, like, you know, because we're doing card reading, so you'll be looking at my hands more. I want to do it like this because it feels good, but I don't know. I feel like spicing it up, like making it more intimate for you guys. And that's something that I want to work on later on. Like, okay, make it more intimate. Like have this real talk like this, and then when we're doing card reading, it will be like more intimate and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm just gonna have a sip of coffee. Oh, that's my aunt. I'll be right back. All right, sorry guys. That was my beautiful aunt who I talk almost every day. You know, she lives far away, and I talk to her. You know, there's very few people that I keep in contact, but I like to keep my circle small and you know, cleanse. Just like I like to keep good energy, good vibes. You know, to be able to do this, I want to also have that externally, right? Okay, so there's a few things that I wanted to talk about today. I said I was going to talk about it on Riders of Community. Probably eventually I will, maybe after the card readings tonight, after I put my kids to to sleep. But also have to work on what I'm going to do this week for my other job. We're creating educational stuff. Anyways, my point is that I wanted to, and I'm gonna put it out there as I went more in detail in my blog, so if you go and read it, you can actually see. Grab some tea or coffee while you're reading, because it's pretty long. 2 blogs are pretty long, but I hope that the message comes across and that you understand that one, it's a beautiful thing to do advocacy, okay? Do climate change. Like, we all have a part in this, all of us, okay? All of us have a little part in the terms of the climate change, shifting to circular economy, like all these things that we know it needs to stop, right? Like, oppression is just, it's just not, you know, right? And also, like, each of us have a part in it, okay? There's some people who are scholars and educators who are doing this, and that's something that I want to put out there, because I just recently saw something that I was just like, really? And if you do, please leave in the comments below any scholars or educators who are working not conforming to the status quo, doing climate change and educating other people, but also these people, if they do have, I don't know, like a business, or do they work with other schools and stuff like that, or are there somebody with a lot of income, please let me know. Please leave it in the comments, because I still haven't found any scholars or educators or writers or anything like that that are doing this type of job for free. I just want to leave it out there. For free. Climate change activism, anything related to climate change, is for free. This is why we're asking you to help us indigenous communities, help black communities, help all these communities, because these are the people who are in the front lines, either working with other communities, working with homelessness, doing different things, different activism. We're going in the pipelines and standing there. Like, this is another thing where I'm saying, like, each of us have a part in this, okay? Which is why I'm saying stop attacking the people who are with you, working alongside with you, especially when they have nothing to gain. I haven't met any scholars or anybody, educators, who are doing this aside from working 3 to 4 jobs, okay? Because what I'm saying is that the money that we're seeing right now is the exact same money that we are all working and doing this. It doesn't go anywhere. We have holders hoarding money and fucking everyone else, and really messing up our financial, because when you mess with our financial stability, you mess with our mental health. How can we pay bills and be present with our families and be there for our families when we have a huge stressor and oppressors and all this fucked up shit happening behind, and we're not even allowed to talk about it? It's a sin to fucking talk about mental health. Like, I don't know, like people going to therapy because they're having financial problems. Most of us are dealing with this fucked up shit, and that's what the problem is that we also have to heal that lack mentality. That, you know, that's something that I'm noticing. I'm like, okay, wait, I am healing that lack mentality, and I'm like, you know, each day doing what I need to do. Today, it was out of coincidence that my blogs today were posted exactly at 5:15 a.m. the first one, and the second at 5:55 a.m. 5 was, it's different. It's a different, and I'm understanding this. This is 5G. This is high frequency, and I have to be okay, because I have to sustain that frequency, that love, and that comes with the precautions, that people not understanding, being all like judgy and super like anyways, none of this stuff yet. Any of the scholars or educators who are doing this job get any compensation whatsoever. We actually have a plan. I have like a little booklet, like, okay, how much I can give to this community, how much I can do this, and it comes from my own pocket, from working 3 to 2 jobs. It has nothing, I don't receive anything yet from any of this stuff yet, but I'm working on it, right? We are all doing our part. Stop looking at the thing is that we're wasting their energies on attacking people who are with you, who are helping you, who are doing the work, okay? But now we decide, okay, well, I don't have what they have. I wish that I had that, so I'm just gonna attack that and assume and have all these, like, expectation sucks, assumption sucks. Like, comparing is just, you kill the motivation of these people trying to help us too, right? Like, we're all trying to do our part and doing the stuff. Yes, when people you see they're not doing anything and they're just continuing their fucking toxic shit, yes, call it out. But sometimes, like, you're calling out of the people who actually are doing the work and helping you out and adding pay into your pay cash apps every month, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Heal so you don't hurt people who didn't do anything to you, who actually are there for you, right? Like, all these organizations that you see in linktree, these are literally coming out of my paycheck that's what it is. I want equity, I have to build that equity from within my own self and externally. But I'm not doing it attacking other people, judging other people, trying to change them, control and manipulating. I'm not doing that. I'm healing that. And as I heal, I pass it on. Please, if you know any scholars or anybody, educator, writers, creative, or anybody who are doing this similar job as me, I would like to speak with you. I would like to have a good conversation with you so that we can come to understanding and have some kind of shift, okay? Some kind of work together, okay? So if you know anybody who's doing this, great. Okay, second point. I don't know why I keep looking at this card. Maybe somebody after the Romans or something. Anyways. Oh yes, and also that too, I got somebody sent me the Priestess of Light Oracle made out of I think it's recyclable paper. I think so. Anyways, the cards are very, very, very sweet. I tried them like last night and I'm like, oh my god, this is so great. I can't wait to inspire some feminine energies, which is also very good. I'm feeling it, like, feminines are rising and stuff like that. So this is what the other thing that I wanted to point out. What happened in the UK with the tech talk or whatever situation, I don't want to go into much detail on it. I said my piece on Writer's Tab. You can look at the social media. I just think, my opinion is that I believe that women leaders, BIPOC, especially women who have been doing this for much longer, climate activists, climate environmentalists, all this, they needed to be in that tech talk. And that's something that I know that a lot of people is like, and even my spirits, like, they try to bring this girls of color inside the place, but they only took the white girl, right? They only wanted her to be in the front stage with this dude, right? Because he's a motherfucking racist, most probably. I don't give a fuck about this asshole. Anyways, what I'm saying is that there are precautions and consequences when we are not doing this right, okay? When we're not, when we're kind of sloppy about this job, especially when it's so important and it's actually people are dependent on that movement, on that, and you kind of sloppy at it, okay? So that's what I was saying. I'm not attacking the girl. I'm wow, amazing, but at the same time, I believe that, for one, the guy just kept looking at her, laughing because she's looking at her paper. I don't give a fuck what he thinks. What I think is that I wanted this girl to have that freaking power, to not be so confident in herself that she will not need a piece of paper to say what she wants to say. That was my first, really? You couldn't prepare for this that is very important? That not only you're taking the weight, because that's what it is. When you're prepared, when you plan and you strategize, you have to be conscious of the fact that you are taking other people's shit and weight with you. And that comes with the responsibility. We're not trying to attack you. We love that you did that, but you have to understand the weight of that and also the consequences when we're not doing things right. It can harm people. It can harm those that you're trying to genuinely help, but not really, right? Those people in Nigeria that you mentioned. Right now, Shell is doing some, you don't know what they're doing, do you? Right? Those indigenous communities that are literally always there in the Shell thing, trying to prevent, and like there is a sex trafficking, there's fucked up shit happening on this with indigenous communities that you have no idea about, then now they have to pay the price of you speaking how you spoke with this asshole. And I'm gonna give you props to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, props to you that you kept your cool, that you know, but that little crying little thing, no. This is why communication must be nurtured, must be worked on. You have to work on this, okay? Especially when you're talking with psychopath murderers. Sorry guys, my camera stopped working. See, psychopath murders. Okay? That's another thing is that, you know, if the support was there, right? If you were able to have this, you know, sisters with you and have this talk. Honestly, I was actually kind of like surprised that she kept her cool and tried to keep her cool. So with that, I give you an applause, okay? Because that will take, like, honestly, but in a good thing, maybe it was okay that there wasn't any fireball in there, because honestly, all I could think of, like, I would throw him fucking pig's blood. I will fucking curse him and his family right there and all his ancestors after that. Not that I can't do it outside of this, you know what I'm saying? But hey, putting it out there, manifestation, full moon to Aries, let's fuck up all the corporation murderers. You know what I'm saying? We are all manifestors. We are all this powerful right here, and that's what they really need you not to think, not even to think about it, not even to, like, that's their biggest fear, okay? So what I'm giving you and writing about and all the other spiritual conscious and ascended masters doing this and giving you this is for you to use for your own self, so that you can find that your own godly, divinely that you already are. But we are so programmed and conditioned to think that we're not good enough. That's it. We take and love what we think that we deserve, even though we know that we deserve better. Even though we know that other people do not deserve their fate because of inequality, because of capitalism, because these motherfucking people are not doing the job that we are literally doing already. But we're drowning. Most of us are drowning right now, and trying to maintain that stamina and keep doing like this, what I'm doing, and my kids. It's like, it takes so much work, okay? And that too, it's like, okay, I gotta keep the finances because I'm helping people that I have on my linktree. All this stuff that I'm doing to keep the reality, to keep the authenticity, okay? To keep that takes mental work. Energy work takes work. And that usually, it's not compensated at all. It's voluntary, right? And that too, trying to find the balance and stability on that. It's like, okay, wait, I don't want to give too much, because then who's giving me? Wait, where is the receiving end? Where is, you know? And that's literally what I'm getting. Like, God and the universe, I'm like, okay, we're gonna give it to you. And that's it. Just keep that grateful and appreciative mindset until you get what you deserve. You get what you deserve because you work on that. You get abundance, you work for that abundance, here you go. That's it. You work for activism and climate change stuff, that's what you're gonna get. But at least we understand and are aware that to shift systems and oppression and all these things, that's some different frequency level altogether, because that will require every single one of us. And nobody wants to do this work because it takes work. And also, we have a problem with communication, having healthier communication, because we always are in the hate fucking frequency instead of going in the love frequency. Because when we're in that hateful, low vibes and judging and gossiping and doing all these things, and also that's another thing, the activism for social media, but not actually doing the work. That one, it's a no. And that I'm just, or having other people do the work, but then you have, anyways, everyone has a part. All I'm saying is that please, people who are just focusing on growing their social media and their followers and using indigenous communities and using all these things for themselves to just get something for themselves and not really giving back or helping other communities, that's what I'm trying to say. Please don't do that. That is very toxic. And that's something that I'm like, wait, am I doing that? Look at it. Because if I'm saying, because that too, if you're telling people not to do or you shouldn't do or try to change or whatever, educated, like that's what it is. You're uneducated, you gotta be doing that work too. There's no exception, or keep your accountability and responsibility. Because that too, I want that for myself, and I want other people to be okay with, correcting or anything like that. I have to be okay with, it's a yin-yang situation, okay? So that's what I wanted to say. I don't want to attack the girl because she tried, okay? I understand. Trying is better than nothing. Fuck. Like, seriously. And I know most of the community of the sustainability and climate change activism, they're trying. They're trying their best. And that is good enough. Yes, okay? But at the same time, we need to combine our strengths, okay? Some people are good with communication. Some people are good with writing. Some are good with this. Some are good with building mutual funds. Some are good, like that's something I'm looking at. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna need some different people, because even though if I'm trying to build this equity and stuff like that, like mutual funds is another realm. Woo! Oh my God, it's another realm. But it needs to be done. It's work. I see the workload. I'm like, whoa, that would require this, and But that's it. I'm working towards that. I'm working to all the things that I'm saying out of my mouth, keeping what my words needs to match my actions. Just like manifesting, just like the universe, your words have to match. You can't lie to the universe. You can't lie to God. You cannot. You cannot fake. You cannot do all this stuff. And that's something that I'm like, okay, I'm okay with this. I'm good enough. I'm working on, and that's it. We're going to continue doing this, working as best as we can at my own pace. And that's it. I'm going to stop, that too. I didn't mean that it came out that I was kind of like attacking, but also in a way, yes, because it felt like a white savior kind of thing, the whole tech talk thing. And that's what is going around now on social media. And it should have been, there should be BIPOC there. These conversations with these mother asswipes, it needs to be with, and they know this. That's why they're preventing from any woman BIPOC or all these women that silently, I know, I see it on my social media, like they're trying like my posts and stuff that nobody sees it, their logarithm, like I see it. It's, and also other people reporting and stuff like that, like, okay, if you don't like something, you just can't move on. Do this. If you don't like it, move on. You can unfollow as well. You can unsubscribe as well if you're not into it. You understand? You have that free of choice. You don't need to be toxic and do things extra because something triggered you or something bothered you. If something triggered you, that's healing that needs to be done, that you're avoiding. Okay? I just want to leave it like that. I hope that this real talk doesn't get too, and maybe I feel like I should have been apologizing, but at the same time, like, do it better. Next time, this is a learning lesson for everybody. And this is a lesson for you. I know you eventually are going to watch this. Do it better. Have that conscious that you are responsible not only for your community, your activism, your thing that you're doing, this, what is it called, Stop Campbell or something like that, like whatever it is that you're doing, take your time to work on it within yourself first, so that you don't harm other people by you doing generally good intentions, because sometimes good intentions can come across and actually can harm other people. Do you understand? If you're not educated about this thing, and if you're not, you know, understand? And they knew this, by the way, about this girl. I know it, like, spirits, like, they watch her, they look at your social media, they look through your phone, they knew your weaknesses, they knew that you were gonna be like kind of like baby crying kind of thing, because they like that stuff. They're psycho. They're psychopath, and we need to keep this in mind. All these corporation, oil company owners, CEO, whoever the fuck, they're psychos. Okay? They're psychopath, and all that too is like, they probably are pedophiles too, because they have money, they can cover their tracks. People who are powerful, who are psycho and evil with money, woof, mama man. And this is why equity can help when we start shifting, and people need, like, no. There's a limit of how much money someone should have. That's my opinion. Like, I have a limit of how much I will be okay with, and I'm like, you know what? That's good enough for me. I don't care what, I'm not materialistic. I don't want fancy, I just want a healthy, sustainable, and conscious with connection with my God and universe. And that's it. Healthy communication with my children, just at peace. I want to be at peace. Having a peace within myself, be happy and stuff like that. I don't need extra stuff. And that too, like the extra money that I get, I use it for this channel. I use it. So thank you so much, guys, for the cards. Thank you so much for your donations and your support, because that's what it is. That extra money, I use it to give back to those links that every single video has in my description below. All these communities, the Haitian community, the indigenous community, all these are literally coming out of these donations or my own paycheck. I don't have a fund or people pay me, or I don't know, understand. I don't get any money yet from any of the stuff from my website too. I'm still working on that. Just putting it out there. I want to be real with you, because I feel like, oh, but she has all these things, and they already think that you're like you're somebody with money and stuff like that, because I've been literally reprogram my mind to create abundance within myself, so that I can literally tell God every single day, God, use me. Use my bank account so I can help other people, because I give a shit a lot. Anyways, this is all light workers, empath, Clambrians, Sender Masters. Like, just because they're not on social media or here in the media or in the spectrum or writing or doing all these things does not mean that we're not doing the work. Okay? Does not mean that we're not there with indigenous people. This does not mean that we're not there trying to help other people. That's not what it means. And then that too, if you're noticing that there's spiritual people, they are constantly just not helping people, and they're just talking about themselves, talking about, like, you know, and not really contributing to decolonization, anti-racism, then yes, you're in your right to say, you know what, all these, like, what are you doing? What are you contributing? Okay, you're helping us in a spiritual sense, but are you actually helping? Because it's not just a spirituality is not just like, okay, let's focus on, that's not what it is. Spirituality is literally dismantling not only from your mind, but also from the external as well, and help other people. Because if your spirituality is just to help yourself and your little community and your little thing, and then fuck everyone else, like use the separation kind of thing, then that's not spiritual. That's extortion and manipulation and controlling and using spirituality for your own fucking selfish gains and to get more profit that you use. That's another thing. Any spiritual people that you see, they're non-stop with like, oh, but it's abundance, and they're buying all these extra shit and stuff like that. Or like after you see them with a card reading, going out and drinking and stuff like that. And then that too, they ask for donations and stuff like that, and then you see what they use the money for, not really to help people. No, they're using it for them to create more materialistic lifestyle because it's abundance. I manifest it. And you're not helping those who are vulnerable in silence. This is not gonna work. And if you see that, yes, listen to that God in your spirit, let those people go. Unsubscribe, unfollow, like this is not. And there's only a few people who are doing this, okay? Who are taking that abundance and that, like, letting go of that material stuff, decolonizing that shit, and literally, like, you know what? I have this extra, let's see what I can do for home shelter. Let's see what I can do for the food banks. Let's see what I can do for, like, literally taking our own. Oh, this person is, they're coming with me. Oh, do you understand? And if you see people who are not doing that and they're just focusing on them, like you can focus on yourself. I'm not saying that, you can, do the same self-care and do all these things for yourself, but at the end of the day, be there for other people, okay? Be there for your family. That too, that matters. Like being present with your families and working, like finding stability and balance, like is the hardest thing during this time, but it's doable. It just takes work. Lots of it. But once you do it, once you find your own rhythm and your own kind of symphony, and then you can continue doing that consistently, find that you will get there. But it takes time, it takes patience. And that's it. I'm gonna leave it like this because I'm going way out of and I don't want to make this too long because I do want to get into the card readings for the full moon in Aries. I'm feeling this amazing energy and I want to do it before my girls arrive. Yeah. I hope this helped you. I hope you don't think that I'm trying to attack you or anything like that. Like everything that I'm saying comes out of love, and if it comes kind of harsh, I'm really working on this here chakra communication, and I'm also working on being more tender, if that's the word, tenderness, more gentle, and not make people feel that I'm attacking them kind of thing. And also I'm noticing that I do that in writing as well, so it's like I'm working on this, okay? It's a work in process, okay? But please do not think that I'm attacking you or anything like that. It comes from good intentions and good heart, and I know that some people do things with really, really good intentions, but they're not aware that they could actually cause harm, and that's okay. You're not perfect. Just apologize, become accountable and responsible for causing someone harm, and check on those people that you could have caused harm. Maybe they're not showing it through social media, but tap in there, tap into that. You can feel their energy. You don't need to be present with other people to know how they're feeling, how they're actually, do you understand? That's it. I just want to put that out there. Okay, let's get into the card readings for Golden and Aries. Alright guys, let's do this. Just sage my cards, did a little flipping thing. I gotta do this in a different, I decided to do it a little bit different today because, I don't know, Spirit's like, why don't you talk about this stuff? Why? Especially these are healing ways that I can kind of share with you, and that's something that you can kind of utilize and internalize and help to heal yourself. So today what we're going to do is pick a crystal. Okay, so it's kind of pick a card, but you pick a crystal. Okay, so whatever crystal that kind of draws to you, especially I put it on the blog of the full moon. I put on that too is like the energy, and Aries is like we have to kind of figure out a way to release anything that it just stays in our bodies, like it's not good for you, like dance it off, do some energy work, like breathing work, here and there, like use techniques that gets you out of stagnation and also too much in your head, and also and build that from now before you get into the winter blues. Okay, this is for absolutely fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries. You guys have to find, because you're very fiery, right? You're very like passionate. You have this leadership thing, and you say what's on your mind. You put it out there. But at the end of the day, remember that we have to kind of strategize first, kind of work on, on healing this aspect of ourselves, especially like sometimes we can come out kind of toxic or how we say things. So that's something that, the energy is still here, the Libra energy, to kind of help you guys with communication, healthier communications, healthy balance your emotions. I'm getting that a lot. Like there's a lot of need of healthy balance of energies and emotions, okay? And that can be really hard for somebody who's not doing the inner work, shadow work, not working on their healing, not going to therapy, and kind of projecting and kind of hateful and not working on themselves, but they always have something to point at other people projecting and stuff like that. And that's something to keep in mind, okay? Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking because my girls are coming back soon, but I will try to post this tonight before, or work on it after my girls go to sleep. But it is a Sunday when I'm filming this, so it's like, and that's another thing that I'm accepting too, that I don't have weekends. I work on weekends. I do, this heavy ritual works, and I write, and all of this consumes energy. And so again, thank you so much, guys, for supporting this channel. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing and sharing, for other people can read. So I will be posting more videos more often here. Also, we're writing on Medium, and I'm trying to see if I can have other people have their voices also there too, but I kind of don't want to do it if I don't have something to give back, okay? I'm no longer in that mindset that it's okay to do free work. It's okay for me to do it because it's my choice. I'm doing this, but it's not really free for me because I'm working on the sense that I want to have that little pot so that I can help and be the service and be helpful for other people, okay? But that's just my mentality. I'm not projecting that or not putting that on anybody. That's just my way, my mentality, why I'm here and what my purpose of here to do, okay? I will make mistakes. I'm not saying I'm perfect and all this thing. I will, there's things, and call me out on it, okay? Leave it in the comments or if anything like that. But constructive criticism, okay? We don't need so much, negativity and stuff like that. Like, nah, stay away. Yeah, so Spirit today has asked me on this full moon in Aries to pick a crystal, okay? So the first pile is going to be Solidite. Wait, because I have my little crystal Bible. Sodalite. Okay, so Sodalite. It's a blue kind of crystal, and this is for sure for somebody who needs to deal with communication, having some throat chakra closed and stuff like that. The second pile, if you feel into it, if you feel drawn to it, it's the onyx. Okay, onyx is this stoned, which one attracts you more, that's your pile. But also that too can be totally okay if you feel drawn to each of them, because we all are multi-dimensional people. We have different aspects and personalities. Maybe one message could be something about a family situation, a situation that you're not really aware of, or it could be somebody that you know, right? Or second pile could be yours, or the person, your soulmate, or whatever it is that each of them will attract different aspects depending on the vibration that you're at currently right now when you're seeing this reading, okay? That's how it works. That's why we put timeless, because there is no, that you see this, you're meant to see it, okay? And also that too is that, these are healing messages. So it could be things that you're not consciously aware that you're doing subconsciously, that Spirit's letting you know, hey, let's make this conscious. Let's make you aware that this toxic from this person or this thing that you're doing is toxic. Let me make it conscious so that you can heal it, transmute it, and create something good for yourself and for others. That's really it. That's how it works. yin yang, reciprocity, and it comes with the good, with the bad. It doesn't, that too. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm here to tell you the truth, and I'm always about that. That's like something that is also a consciousness that I'll be working and healing as well, because, you know, we live in a world that it's okay to fake and lie and do all these things, but I don't want to be part of that. And honestly, if you're here, that means you don't want to be part of that either. You want to stay focused, have a clear mind, heal your aspects of you so that you can be there for others and your planet and stuff like that. Then good for you. Grateful for you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I'm very grateful that you're here. Okay? And all angels and ancestors and everybody is also grateful that you're here. Okay? Because you're curious to change. You're seeing, and it ignites on you what you know it needs to change. Now, the third pile. I always go off topic. The third pile is Dragon's Blood. I'm sensing that somebody is dealing with heartbreak, something with the heart, grief. So the third pile is I'm already feeling it. It has to deal with the heart. Okay? This is somebody here. Maybe their chakra is blocked or something with their heart, or they're experiencing some blockages and they're trying to understand why they're being blocked on these things. Communication. Their heart is not opened. That's for sure. I'm feeling like it's already telling me like they need to work on opening their heart chakra. Okay? But yeah, we're going to go into these piles. Again, I will see you in your pile. I hope this helped you. Yeah, stay conscious, be kind to your planet and to you and others, okay? And that's it. I'll see you in your piles. Have fun in this full moon in Aries. And also that too, you're allowed to dance naked on a full moon. Yes, have fire. You're a fire sign, okay? Just, you know, when you're doing it, just kind of like, you know, like at home kind of thing. Yes, it's okay. I don't know. In Dominica, that's something that we used to do in the beach and the water. Full moon is for dancing naked and, you know, sending healing to Gaia, to yourself, releasing all the things that are not good for you. All that stuff that you work on that new moon on Libra. Full moon is release. Release anywhere you like to release. That too. All these ladies who need to release all these pendejos, all these fucking low-life people that are not good for you. Fuck. Put it in there. Write it down. Burn it and let it go. Let it fall where it needs to fall. Okay. Also to my gentlemen and divine masculine, all this karmic. You too. All these karma, they're not willing to change. They're not healing. They're not doing their shit. They're just kind of like leeches and stuff like that. Like all that stuff is demonic, man. Let it go. God is trying to show you other ways, other healthier ways to, you know, share your love. Other ways that you can, you know, use your sexual urges in that conscious and healthy way. Right? Don't give it away for free. Just because you have a penis doesn't mean that you need to be giving it to everybody, right? Same thing with the ladies. Like, you both need to work on this, respecting yourself, and you're using sex as a numbing kind of like, I need to, you know, like you're missing the point. Like sex is a sacred energy exchange. Let's do it again. Sex is a sacred energy exchange. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Have a nice ritual after you have sex and before you have sex, and like, you know what I'm saying? Keep it clean, keep it, you know, and that too. Remember that, get to know the person. Like, you don't know these people will have some kind of shit, and then you start having sex with all these random people, then you absorb and project all that stuff into you, and then you go and project it on other people. Like, it's just toxic. Learn to detox and declutter and like keep your energy in your space. Protect your energy, protect that space, like, you know. I'm just putting, I don't know why I felt like saying this. But it's true. It's a spirit saying like they're just going and giving it away like it's confetti, you know. Enough. Know your worth. Stand your ground. Keep your energy and stuff clean. Cleanse, okay? And this full moon, release what doesn't serve you. There's also the good thing that also you can manifest as well. They're telling me like you can manifest You can write down and stuff like that, burn in a candle, put in a candle, you know, repeat it, and repeat a mantra or something like that. Yeah, you can manifest. Full moon, okay? And that too, manifest, you can manifest dancing as well. Like, you know, you're burning a thing, you put some music and dance, and you know, it's a great moon energy. So use it. And also that too, tap in. Have some 10-15 minute meditation at night. Tap in with us. All conscious and collective are going to be there doing the jizz. But also that's too, we're gonna be in that dancing, that love vibration. Let's keep that beautiful vibration up and send some really good healing to Gaia. Like send healing to indigenous communities, like send them good vibes, send them good things. And that too, like if you're able to, that you got paid during that week or something like that, like, you know, take 15-20 bucks or something like that and give it to a home shelter, give it to indigenous community, give it to the lives people who are in stop line 3. Like, do little things. Like, instead of spending money on things that are, it's just, you know, give it to somebody who might need it more than you do. Aries is all about leadership and stuff like that, but Aries energy is like, no, I'm for the people. We are here for the people. We're here to help people. We're here to heal and work on things and be that beacon of light with the dark, with the baggage. Okay? So don't forget that it's a yin yang. All right? That's it. Let's go, and I'll see you in your pile. I'm way over this. Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're doing good. So in the previous video, that was a film that it was done on Sunday, and today we are in the full moon in Aries. So I'm trying to do this fast, and Spirit's letting me know that the message that I recorded in the park and today, it's very, very important that I release it at least this week or for this weekend, okay? So bear with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing and liking the channel. So I'm just leaving it here so you can get the feel of it. We're using pile 1. It's gonna be, as I said before, solidolite. And you have onyx, which is the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot, and dragon blood with Egyptian tarot. Okay, we also are going to use other oracle cards to get more deeper into the messages. So get the feel of it, feel their energy, and whichever pile calls to you, and that's your pile. And yeah, and it's normal that if any of the piles, if you're drawn to any of these simultaneously, or something, that you press pause or you save them, and then you know, you check them out at another time, because these are timeless readings, so it could resonate maybe some days, and then other days you know, it might not be for now, it could be for something in the future. Okay, but other than that, I'll see you in your pile.